What's up guys, in this video I want to show you how to install a dishwasher. There's different brands and types of dishwashers. In this simple video I want to explain how to install all different brands and all types of dishwashers. There's a bunch of important information in this video, so if you want to install your dishwasher right and properly, make sure to watch this video till the end. In separate videos, I also explained how to install each and every one of the appliances that you can see in this kitchen. So if you're interested, please make sure to check those videos as well. I am going to leave the links for those videos in the description sections below. In case you're interested, you can watch them. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Now please allow me to show you the installation process. In today's video, I'm working in a brand new kitchen in a brand new house. As you can see, the dishwasher spot in this house is empty and all I have is an electrical wire and a box. But let's say in your case you have an old dishwasher that has to be removed first. So please let me show you how to remove the old one first. The first thing I like to do is to turn off the dishwasher breaker from the main electrical panel. This way the power to the unit is going to be cut off. On the bottom part of your old dishwasher, there's a panel that has to be removed first. It's mostly black color and it has two screws. You have to take those screws off first. After removing the screws, the panel comes loose and then you can take it right off. After removing this panel, you're going to find an electrical connection box. As you can see, this one doesn't have it because it's a Bosch brand. Bosch brand is slightly different. I'm going to explain everything about this one also. But normally at the very bottom part of your dishwasher, you're going to have a box like this. After you open the screw, the cover will come off. Now you can see that we have the electrical wires underneath. I have a wire stripper that has a live circuit detector at the end of it. So I'm going to push its button and hold it close to the wires. As you can see, the light is not blinking. That means that the circuit is off. Even though I turned off the breaker, it's just a better idea to be on the safe side and always double check. Now that I'm sure that there's no power coming to the box, it's time to remove those wire ties and separate the wires from each other. It's time to loosen up the screws for the box connector and remove the wire from the box. The next step is to shut off the main water line to the unit, and then it's time to remove the hose from it. Be prepared, you might get a few drops of water. Now it's time to remove the discharge line. If you have a carburetor under your sink, there's going to be a hose that is attached to the top part of it. If you remove the clamp from the hose, then you can pull it out. If you don't have a waste disposal unit, this is how it's going to look like. Basically, all you need to do is to remove that clamp from the hose and pull it right out. Now it's time to disattach the dishwasher from the body of the cabinet. If you open up your dishwasher door, you're going to spot these two brackets on the very top portion. They're normally held by two screws. After you remove the screws, you can pull the dishwasher out. If you cannot find them on the very top, take a look on the sides of your dishwasher. You might be able to spot them like this. Again, you can remove the screws and it's going to come right off. And if you don't see any type of a bracket, take a look around the door jamb on the dishwasher. You're going to normally find these holes. They're normally capped up with a plastic piece. If you remove the plastic cap, you're going to spot the screws. You can remove those screws and then the dishwasher is going to be ready to be removed. When it's completely disattached from the body of the cabinet, it's time to remove the dishwasher. You got to be extra careful and make sure not to scratch your floors at this point. At this point, the dishwasher is going to come right out and we're going to be done with the removal part. But if the dishwasher that you removed is a Bosch brand, you still have to disconnect the electrical from the back. At this point, we're going to be ready to install our new dishwasher, but if you're not going with a Bosch brand again, you're going to have an extra box that needs to come off. You're going to find a box behind your dishwasher that looks like this one. There's 4 screws. After you remove those 4 screws, the cap from the box will come right off, and now you have the electrical connections underneath. Again, before you touch these wires, make sure to check it with the live circuit detector first and then take them off. At this point, we're ready to install our new dishwasher. So if you pulled out a different brand and now you have to install a Bosch, you're going to again have a box like this one. Make sure to connect your wires just like this one, black to black, white to white, and ground to ground. Now back to the installation part. Because I turned off the breaker, I'm good to take this wire off. After that, I removed the doors from the cabinet that has the water hookup and the sink connections to it. This way I'm not going to damage the doors during the installation process. These hinges come off very easy. All you need to do is to pinch that lever at the back part of the hinge and then pull it out. It comes right off. And then I drill a 3/4 inch hole on the bottom of the cabinet wall. And then I make another bigger hole on the very top part of the same cabinet wall. This time I'm trying to make this hole as far back as possible to the back wall and as high as I can. As far as the measurements, I'm using 1.25" spade bit. Just be extra careful when you're making this hole, you don't want to hit that sink behind it. After unboxing the dishwasher, carefully put it on its side. Now it's time to look for the water hose connection. In this dishwasher, this is located on the back side of it. Some of these dishwashers have this on the very front. This type of water connection is very common and you pretty much find this on 95% of the dishwashers. The uncommon type looks like this one. As you can see on the left side of the picture, this is how it looks like. If you have this type of inlet, you're going to need this type of adapter for your hose. This type of inlet also could be found in the front or the back side of the dishwasher. So if you couldn't find it in the back side, make sure to check the front as well. I got myself a dishwasher hose, and this specific one comes with both types of adapters. Regardless of which one you need, you're going to have it inside your package anyway. So if you have to use this type, make sure that rubber gasket is inside it before you install it. So just put it onto the inlet and tighten it up by hand as much as you can. In this case, the water supply is on the right side of the dishwasher, so I lined up this tail piece to the right side before I tighten it down with my channel locks. After this one is done, it's time to attach the actual hose to it. So basically, we don't even need to use any type of Teflon tape because these connections normally have a gasket inside them. And when you tighten it up, it's going to be nice and water sealed. Just make sure to tighten it up with a wrench or some kind of a tool so it's not sitting loose. This dishwasher hose is also very common. You can find this pretty much at any hardware store. And the good thing about this one is it doesn't have any adapters, but you must have this type of inlet in your dishwasher to install this one. The dishwasher hoses are either 48" or 72" long. I recommend you to go with the 72" long one because when you're installing the dishwasher, you don't want to pull onto this hose too much. As you can see, the opening is ready to accept the new dishwasher. The 2 holes are made, and also I have the electrical wire at the very bottom. At the bottom part of your dishwasher, there's a slot, and that slot is designed for the wires to go through and get connected to the electrical box. Now it's time to get the dishwasher in a stand-up position and get it close to the cabinet where it's going to be installed into. This is a dishwasher drain hose. The end of this hose can be connected to a carburetor or it could be connected to a discharge pipe. In this house, we don't have a carburetor set up on the bottom of the sink. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this bigger diameter portion from the end of this hose. So this way I can connect it to a normal dishwasher discharge pipe. You need to double check your plumbing. You may not have to cut this piece depending on the pipe size that you have under your sink. For me, I had to cut it because we have the smaller discharge pipe type. If you have wood or laminated countertops in your house, I highly recommend you to apply some aluminum tape to the bottom part of your countertops. This way, it's going to be fully protected against any mold and mildew issues later on. Now it's time to push that drain hose inside the hole that we made previously on the top part of the cabinet. And then we have to feed that water hose through the smaller hole that we made previously. And then we have to line up the electrical connection with the slot on the bottom part of the dishwasher. And then we push the dishwasher inside the cabinet, making sure that wire is sitting nice and straight on the bottom part of it and it comes out all the way to the front part. If you have a Bosch dishwasher, you're going to have a box like this one. So all you need to do is to open it up and push your electrical wire through it. And then you have to connect the black to the black terminal, white to the white, and the bare wire to the green. Now you're good to put the cap on top and tighten up all your screws. And before you push the dishwasher inside the cabinet, you have to install that electrical connection to the back side of the dishwasher. Now you're good to push the dishwasher inside the cabinet. Inside your dishwasher packaging, you're going to have 2 brackets like this. These are designed to mount the dishwasher to the cabinet. There's 2 slots on the top of the dishwasher and these 2 sits right into it. After that, you can push the dishwasher inside and then you can screw this to the bottom part of the countertop. Even though I have stone countertops in this house, the countertop company installed that piece of wood on the bottom of the cabinet. Now I can screw this bracket right into it and it's going to be nice and secure in place. If you have wood or laminated countertop, you're good. You can fasten these 2 together and you're good to go. But let's say you have a stone countertops and you don't have a piece of wood on the bottom. Let me show you another way to attach the dishwasher to the body of the cabinets. On both sides of your dishwasher, you're going to have these slots. And the brackets that you used for the top could be used for the sides as well. These brackets are from a Bosch brand. As you can see, for this model, the tabs need to be bent down after you put it in this slot. This way, it sits nice and secure in place. Now the dishwasher is ready, we can push it in place. After we're satisfied with the location of it, we can check it with a level to make sure it's sitting nice and level on both sides. Also, before you fasten it to the cabinet, make sure you take a look at it from the top as well and make sure it sits nice and flush in every direction. You could also break the tabs on these brackets in case they're too long. Just use your pliers, you can move it up and down a few times and it's going to break off from the lines. Also, when I install these brackets, I always like to bend down that back piece. So this way it sits super nice and secure in place and it doesn't come loose after years of using the dishwasher. Now it's time to fasten the dishwasher to the body of the cabinets or to your countertop. At the very bottom part of your dishwasher where the flooring is, you're going to have an electrical box like this. After removing that screw, the cap can come right off. And then inside this box we're going to have 3 wires like these ones. These two are the most common types of connectors in the market. I don't like to use the plastic type because it can come loose very easy. And instead I like to use these metal types. They're a lot stronger and they don't come loose. All you need to do is to remove the locking nut from it, then put that throat inside that knockout, and then reinstall the locking nut on top of it, making sure it's nice and snug. Then you can feed your wires through this and then tighten up the wire clamp screws. Now inside this box we have 2 sets of wires that needs to be connected together. So we're going to start by connecting the bare wire to the green. I'm going to start twisting the wires together first by hand and then I put the wire nut on top of it and turn it many times until the actual wires turn around each other for 2 full turns. I repeat the same process for the white wires and the black ones as well. To ensure that they're sitting nice and proper, make sure you give them a pull test. Once you're sure that they're not coming off, tuck them nice and neat inside the box. As you can see, I pushed all these wires inside the box. In a way, if there's any leakage of water coming from the top, it's gonna hit the wire ties and then it's gonna drip down. This way, in case of any leakage, no one's gonna get electrocuted. Now it's time to put that cover back on top of the box and put the screw in. The electrical connection is done at this point. All we need to do is to put that bottom plate on top and then screw it down in place. There's normally 2 screws that holds it in place. Now inside the cabinet, I removed that compression fitting from the water valve first, and then I hooked up the water hose to it. Just make sure to tighten it up nice and properly, and at the end open up the water valve and make sure it doesn't leak. Before we install the drain hose here, there's a cap that has to come off of this pipe. I like to use a screwdriver and then take it out. If you don't remove this cap from this pipe, the dishwasher is not going to drain. It's going to give you a code, it's not going to cycle, it's not going to work properly. I've seen this issue many times when homeowners try to install a dishwasher. It's a very simple fix, but it could be very frustrating. So make sure that this piece is out before you install the drain hose. We're gonna need a clamp like this one for our drain hose. We have to put this clamp on top of the hose first, then we have to install the hose to the pipe, and then we have to tighten up the screw on this clamp so it can keep it in place nice and tight. The reason why we made that hole on the top backside of the cabinet for this drain pipe is because we only want this water to go in one direction. Imagine when the water comes from the dishwasher, we want it to go down right away and only in one direction. Imagine if the pipes underneath of the sink is all clogged up, the water is going to build up and come back inside the sink. So at that point, we don't want this dirty water to build up and go toward the dishwasher. So the only way to avoid that is to install this pipe as high as possible like this, so the water only comes down one way. Also, if it's installed in high loop shape like this, the drain pipe on the dishwasher will do the right job and it's going to discharge all the dirty water from the dishwasher every single time. Again, if you have to connect the drain hose to a carburetor, you have to make sure that this pipe is coming all the way from the top part of the cabinet. You have to ensure that you have that high loop set up in it. If it's installed the wrong way and going downward, every time you turn on that carburetor, it's going to shoot some of those food particles inside this pipe and it's going to clog it up. So make sure that the drain hose from the dishwasher comes only from the top part of the cabinet. At the end, I'm going to reinstall the cabinet doors and turn on the breaker to the dishwasher. At this time, the installation is done and it's working nice and perfect. I hope this video was a help. If it was, please don't forget to like and comment. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. I also have other videos explaining how to install each and every one of the appliances that you can see in this kitchen. So I'm pretty sure if you like this one, you may like the other ones as well. And one more time, thank you very much for your time. Till next time, peace.